What's going on, everyone? Kieran O'Brien here, back at you with a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking about the best business, the best online business to start in 2020. So guys, of course, there are so many different online businesses that you can start, and I'm sure you've watched other videos just like this about, the top 5 online businesses to start or something like that. And there are so many options, and there are a lot of great options out there. But I was just thinking to myself today, I think I genuinely know what is the best online business to start to become a well-rounded entrepreneur, a well-rounded human being, and make money in the quickest way with the lowest startup costs. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, of course, because I actually do this business model for a living, but I genuinely do think for multiple different reasons that this business model is by far, hands down, the best business model to start in 2020. Now, of course, right now we are going through a recession. We're going through a pandemic. People are stuck at home, right? Businesses have been shut down. Restaurants have to go to online ordering. E-commerce is booming, right? So what does this all mean? This means that you, the person watching this video, trying to figure out how to make money online, you're stuck at home with what? A computer, an internet connection. That's how you're watching this video right now. And so I was thinking to myself, if I was back at the beginning of my career and I had nothing, I had no money, no resources, no network, no connections, nothing, what business model would I start to get some money, to get my feet off the ground, to get some experience, to gain skills, etc., etc.? Because guys, I will tell you, there is so much more to starting a business. There's so much more for you to gain from starting a business than just getting the money. The network, the experience, the skill sets, all of those things are also very, very important, especially with the first business model that you choose. Now, I have a lot of good friends that are in e-commerce and drop shipping, and while that is a great business model and you can make a lot of money doing it, first of all, it has a lot of startup costs, and second of all, you're in your room all day, pretty much on your computer selling things and running ads, and you don't really interact with other human beings. You don't build a network, you don't build your social skills, etc. So that's why, again, I really do think that this business model is the best one to start in 2020. Now, what business model am I talking about? I myself own a digital marketing agency, okay? And no, the business model that I'm talking about is not a digital marketing agency per se. I'm talking about a digital services business. Let's put that up on the screen here. Digital services business, okay? Now, why am I not saying a digital marketing agency? Because, of course, I have a digital marketing agency. I have a course that teaches people how to start a digital marketing agency. And the reason that I'm not saying digital marketing agency is because there's a lot of other types of services that you can sell online with the same type of business model and still make money doing them. So let's talk about how to do that. So a digital services business is one of the best businesses that a young entrepreneur or an entrepreneur that's just getting started, maybe you're working a 9-to-5 job and you got fired during the pandemic, or your hours have been reduced, or you just want to quit your job, you don't like it anymore, right? Whatever the case is, I genuinely think that this is one of the best ways. It's a launching pad for entrepreneurship to start a digital services business. Why? Because number one, it's a low startup cost. There are little to no costs associated with starting a digital services business. Number two, you walk away from this business with a valuable skill that you can bring to the marketplace. Perhaps you already have a valuable skill that you can build a digital services business around, but if you have no skills whatsoever, I still recommend starting one of these businesses, because guess what? In the process of building it, you're going to acquire those skills, okay? And even if it fails and falls flat on its face and you make $0, you're still gonna have a skill that is very valuable in the marketplace that future employers are gonna wanna hire you for, etc., etc. Okay? The next thing is that it builds your network. When you are doing a digital services business, when you're providing digital services to people, other entrepreneurs, other business owners, you are meeting people. Even if they don't ever hire you or they don't ever give you any money, you're talking to them on the phone, you're messaging back and forth with them, you're marketing to them, whatever the case is, you start to build up your network. People will start to relate with you, start to like you. You'll start to build up a group of people online as you're building your digital services business, just like what happened when I started my company, and that is worth its weight in gold. Having a great network is one of the best ways to succeed long-term in life. And the last thing, of course, is that you can do this from home. You can do this from anywhere. As long as you have a laptop and an internet connection, you can provide digital services to other people, other businesses online with just an internet connection. So it's a perfect pandemic-proof business. So how do you start a digital services business? Well, you have to have a digital service to sell, first and foremost. We'll get into that in a second. But how do you actually structure it? Now there's pretty much two main ways that you can do this. Number one, you can do it as a freelancer. Okay, you can do it as a freelancer. You can sign up for an account to sell your services on Fiverr, on Upwork, on 99 Design. There's a bunch of freelance marketplaces out there that you can sell your services and start making money. The next business model is the agency business model, the business model that I have, okay? Where you take a business and a skill that you have and you turn it into an agency. This means that you have contractors or employees working underneath you, and you structure yourself as a company rather than just a freelancer, and then you can build that up, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with doing this as a freelancer. That's where most people start, and if all you're trying to do is make some extra side income and start a little business, I definitely recommend going the freelancer route. It's a great route to go, okay? And the next thing that you can do is become an independent consultant. Now, this is kind of like the middle ground between a freelancer and an agency, where you're not a freelancer, you're not just out there on Upwork and Fiverr working for anybody who can hire you, but you're not an agency either because you don't have a real company. You are pretty much a one-man band, you're a consultant, and in this business model, if you have a digital service that you're very knowledgeable about, you don't even have to necessarily perform that service for your clients. Because if you're just doing a consulting retainer, I do a little bit of consulting on the side, people hire me hourly to just come and talk to them about digital marketing strategies, because I know how to do digital marketing. My agency might not be the best fit for their company, but they want to pick my brain about digital marketing strategies. So I'll charge them an hourly rate, and that's essentially what it is. It's just becoming an independent consultant, sharing your knowledge with people who care to pay for it. Now, the last thing is, what services do you sell as a digital services business? Whether you're a freelancer or a consultant or an agency, does not matter. What services can you sell? Well, the answer is pretty much anything. Any service that you can provide from your laptop with an internet connection technically qualifies, but let's talk about some of the most popular ones. Number one, web design, right? If you're good at designing and building websites, there you go, boom. You can do really cheap ones, like 5-minute websites that you build from a template and you don't charge a lot of money for, or you can build, literally from scratch using code. You can build crazy custom websites, whatever you are good at, whatever your skill is, okay? The next thing, maybe coding. Coding can be a digital services business. Coding apps, coding softwares, coding all sorts of different stuff, right? Or just little coding jobs here and there that maybe big companies need help solving a problem internally, okay? You can start a coding digital services business. Now, the next one is digital marketing. This is what I do, okay? Running paid advertisements online, Facebook, Google, Twitter, Snapchat ads, running campaigns for businesses and other entrepreneurs. That is a digital marketing business, digital marketing agency, or you could do it as a freelancer. That's another great one, okay? Logo design. Are you a good designer? Awesome. Start a logo design digital services business. Awesome business. A lot of people, everyone needs logos, right? A lot of people are looking for logos online. Great business model and a great skill to have. The next one, graphic designer. Very similar, except instead of logos, you're doing anything and everything that anybody can hire you for. You could also be a motion graphic designer, video editor, email marketing. Like, guys, I could literally go on and on and on. I wanted to give you at least a few ideas, but any sort of digital skill that you maybe have a little bit of experience in, or maybe you've heard about and it piques your interest, I would highly recommend, in terms of how you actually get started doing this, the first step is to learn about it, to become an expert on it, to become as much of an expert as you can. You don't want to just go out there and start selling your services right off the bat, because you're not going to be very good at it and people are going to fire you, right? You don't want that. You want to make sure that you go out there and have a very, at least a baseline understanding of the skill that you're gonna go sell, or an understanding that's at least higher than what your clientele has, right? You can start small. You can start even doing things for free. You can start doing things for very little money in your digital services business, and then slowly grow. As you get better, you can charge more money for your services. So you guys kind of see how this works, right? So with that being said, guys, I genuinely in my heart believe that a digital services business of some sort, with some combination of all that stuff that I just talked about in this video, is the best online business to start in 2020, hands down. That's my personal opinion. I hope you guys got some value from this video. If you are interested in stuff like this, I make all sorts of videos on my channel about digital marketing, about entrepreneurship and business. If you are actually thinking about starting a digital marketing services business, whether you're a freelancer or an agency or whatever, I actually have a training program called SMMA University. It's down, linked in the description below if you want to check it out. If you're trying to start a digital services business in any other field, definitely go try to find some sort of training, some sort of YouTube videos on that. That's the best way to learn. I always tell people I didn't go to college, but I went to YouTube University, right? So go start looking into it. I wish you guys the best. Subscribe, like this video if you got some value from it, and I'll see you in the next one.